to the Bookworms, buddy. It is Tuesday, so it's time for another Tuesday Talks. Tuesday Talks is a group that I started with my friend Janelle over at Mrs. J. Rod's Reads. We have a Goodreads group. We discuss book-related topics every Tuesday. I will link to that group in the description box below. You guys can come check that out. This week's Tuesday Talks is on, in recognition of Valentine's Day, it is on favorite love stories or favorite couples. You guys know, if you've been watching my channel, I do not read romance. I don't do it. But I do love those love stories in books that are not the main focus of the story. So, you know, a little bit of a love story in there I think is great. I just can't read a full-blown romance. There has to be something more to the story than just a couple in love. So I did manage to come up with several couples, and I do have one series that I want to share with you guys that is kind of a love story. So anyway, let's get with the couples first. My first couple of choice was Joe and Grace from the Joe Ledger series by Jonathan Mayberry. Joe and Grace is I guess it could be classed as a forbidden kind of love, because Grace is Joe's superior, but the relationship between the two is just, it's fantastic. The amount of respect that they have for each other, it just makes you want to have this kind of a relationship. Now, it was kind of short-lived, I think, and their whole together thing was not a romance. But it was beautifully done, and it was done in such great taste, and I absolutely love both Joe and Grace, and that is why they are my number one pick of a couple. The next one I chose is Jamie and Claire from the Outlander series. If you do not love this pairing, then there's something wrong with you. Jamie and Claire's relationship is beautiful. Simply put, it's just an amazing relationship. They had this relationship throughout the series. So far, I'm on book 5, which is the Fiery Cross that I'm kind of struggling with. But their relationship, I just absolutely love who they are when they are together. And it shows, you know, if you watch the Outlander series, you get the visual effect of what you're reading in the book. You can see, you know, their issues and their problems with one another, and then just this love that they've built together over the series is just, it's so well put together, so well written. They're such well-developed characters, and the romance between them is just to die for. The next one I picked was Rafe and Penryn from the Angel Fall series. And again, it's kind of a forbidden love, because, you know, you've got Rafe, who's the angel, and Penryn, who's the human. And, you know, they're just kind of, it's not respected to have these two come together. It causes issues when angels and humans interact. But again, there is a certain respect there with Rafe towards Penryn, and it's not the insta-love. It's not this insta-lovey kind of thing, and that makes it even better for me. And the two of these, when they're together, they're strong, and they respect one another, and you can just, when you're reading it, you can just feel the emotion between them, mostly because they know that this is not supposed to be, but they don't care. It makes them happy, and this kind of stuff. I'm not going to say anything else because, you know, in case you want to read it. The next one we got here is Will and Sarah, and they are from the Will Trent series by Karen Slaughter. You guys should know by now that that is one of my number one mystery series by a very gifted author, Karen Slaughter. Will is one of my favorite characters ever written. He's right up there, well, almost right up there with Joe. But this relationship between them, again, not insta-love. They are adults, and they just, you can tell how much they respect one another, how much they care for one another. Even when there's obstacles in the way, you know, love finds a way. And these two being together, working close together, understanding each other's issues is fantastic. Love those two. Next one I got is Eddie and Susanna from the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. Eddie and Susanna are a couple that you would not expect to be together. It is an interracial relationship, but it is built over time, again, like these other ones, and they each earn that respect from the other, and soon they get closer and they bond. And these kind of love stories, these romances, are the ones that I really love because they last forever. And, you know, when forever allows, you know, things can happen, but these two are just, they're perfect together, even though they're so different. And then the last one I picked was Damon and Katie from the Luck series. Totally insta-love. It is a young adult series. This is by Jennifer L. Armentrout. You guys probably know all about the series. It starts out kind of fun and cute, and then the series as it progresses does get a little bit more serious. And it's not as cutesy, and the relationship does grow, but again, like I said, insta-love. And I just thought it was fun, and that's why I enjoyed these two, because they made it fun, the author made it fun, the writing style is fun, and yeah, it was just overall enjoyable for me. I know that there's a lot of people that are like, what, you know, with this series, but I did enjoy it. Because I thought it was fun. Okay, and those are my couples that I wanted to make mention of, and now I've got the series that I want to talk about, and that series is Gray Eagle series, and this is a romance series. This is actually book number 2, which I thought was book number 1, and I found it after I read the other 4 books, and this is actually 2 when I thought it was 1. Number 1 is Savage Ecstasy. And I think the reason why I liked this series is because it's not, the romance is not the only element. There's a lot of Native American culture involved. And this is a romance that will rip your heart from your body. Seriously. I read this so long ago, and it's the only romance series that I ever kept in my library. It is now up to 9 books. And I decided that I am going to get Savage Ecstasy, which is book number 1, and I'm going to start it over. So I will have books 1 through 6, and I still need to find the last 3. But it's such a gripping love story. If you can guess, this woman is captured by the Indians, and she begins to respect Gray Eagle, who is the main character in the story, and their relationship, you know, goes through the ringer and this and that, and that's all I'm going to say in case anybody would ever want to look this series up. You guys know I don't like romance, and this is the only one I've kept, and I want to read it again, like I said, because, you know, there's a lot of Native American culture, and, you know, a lot of things that they do that we as a whole different culture don't always know about, and you find out those things in the series, and, you know, just the torment between the two of them, you know, again, forbidden pretty much. And I can't say enough about the series, and I just decided I want to read this one again. This is by Janelle Taylor, and I just need to find Savage Ecstasy, and I will start there and read it over and maybe complete the series. Like I said, I think there's only 9 books in the series right now, and I've read 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. So yeah, and that is my couples, my romance love stories for Valentine's Day. What are some of your favorite couples, some of your favorite romance stories? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Thanks, guys, for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.